This is Romy Mack. Welcome back to 2 Cents. Another episode in the books. We just starting today, so we'll see what's what. Pretty interesting, topics this week in regards to I would say sexism and and of course you cannot go another week without mentioning Donnie Wise, better known as D Treasy, as Karumbe likes to call him. But without further ado, bring in the crew that helps me make this thing happen every week. Karumbe and Sugar Booger. Yo, what's going on, family?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. So this week we had another mass shooting. We got Cam Newton and this comment that he made, and him losing an endorsement because of it. And also we got Donald Trump went to go visit both Vegas and Puerto Rico, but it was just how he how he carried himself when he was in Puerto Rico. But before we get into that, I wanna know how y'all doing over there. How's the week been so far for y'all?
Well, it's been great, man.
Yeah, everybody just hanging in there, right? Yeah, we're just trying to make it through the day. Yeah, it was I don't know. I'll tell you a wild thing that happened to me. Just getting off of work not too long ago. Seeing a young kid, driving his car. I'm pretty sure the way he got out of his car after the accident, he was T-boned because he was trying to rush to get into Wendy's, and a guy in a Trans Am T-boned the shit out of him, and yeah, it was bad. It was bad for both cars. Let's just say that. And
fries got them, man. Wendy's fries got them.
them sea salt fries, you got to have them. Yeah, Wendy's be on point, man. Like the Baconator. I used to eat a Baconator a lot. A lot of sodium, a lot of meat. But it was, Wendy's food be on point though. I don't understand this concept of a giant junior burger. It puzzles me. It's like saying, they did have the big, I guess the little Big Mac. It's which one is it?
All juniors and shit.
Yeah. Yo, Hardee's. I need to write a petition, man, to get Hardee's to come to Miami, man. Honestly, because I'm in dire need of the Monster Burger. The Monster Burger is ridiculous. You know what I mean? That is one of the greatest hamburgers I've ever had in my life. Me and my daddy. We will shut down a Hardee's. We will shut down a Monster Burger. But
I'm not to make a laugh out of his weight.
Yeah.
He killed the cops at the fries got him.
It might. I don't know what he did. I was trying to get the hell out of the way because I didn't want to be stuck there all day. I'm trying to get home. I was trying to get home so we can do the show and shit. But so let's get into like the main thing, which is why I entitled the show No Laughing Matter. I called the show No Laughing Matter. So Cam Newton is in a press conference. Obviously, they do these press conference for roughly the star of a team. And for those that don't know, aren't too familiar with how these things work in the football world, but they interview the star player, and they ask obviously questions that they can use to build a story on for their local newspaper or major newspaper or headline, whatever the case may be. And there was a woman, a female journalist. And she had asked a question, as far as she was asking Cam Newton in regards to routes, and Cam's response just came off very insensitive and very sexist. He's like, I've never had a female, that ask about routes. It's funny, it's funny to me, and that that line there was the reason he lost his Dannon yogurt endorsement. So there's no more free yogurt at the Newton house. No more strawberry banana. No more blueberry. No more what else got joints they got? They actually have a cheesecake yogurt. I know Publix do. That should be on point. But all seriousness, it was a statement that was taken. I think it's a statement made out of context. He shouldn't have said it in that manner. But at the same time, I don't know if it deemed worthy enough for him to be removed of an endorsement because of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just I respect women to the highest of my ability, but I just feel like, was it to the point where we had to maybe this is making an example out of him, so that another person doesn't do the same, however you want to dress it up. But I want to know, Ebony. Your thoughts on that. As far, I don't know if you were too familiar with the story, but what did you think when you heard that Cam Newton made that statement towards that young lady?
I saw the clip, and in my opinion, it's like this. Maybe he's not used to women talking sports around him. A lot of females, guys start, like me, for instance, when y'all start talking about sports, I'm kind of quiet, ain't I? Because I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. So come out and say something, y'all will probably be like, oh wow, I didn't know she paid attention to that. And I wouldn't say, I'm not a finished at all. Because she's not around females that talk like that,
Okay, but again, if it affects one, it affects everybody, and I guess in a sense. So if it might not be offensive to you, but another woman, let's just say a woman in that career field, I could see how she could take that as a sign of disrespect or refusal to accept the fact that hey, I know this stuff. I'm in the same profession as these other guys around you, so why wouldn't you give me the same the same amount of respect?
It could be that experience. See, he might not have ever had a female ask him a question like that, or better yet, when they have supporters in their faces ask a question. The majority of the males that really that speaks up or says anything. I mean, that maybe he's kind of bored. Maybe he's not known her that individual who talk like that. I could be in that career field doing something, but I wouldn't know. I'm in the IT career field, but ask me some certain stuff, and I'll be like, I don't know.
Well,
So it's one of those things that just because she does it does not mean she may not know everything. But it might have been that first person or first female that's ever asked him a question, and what she was talking about, it's probably one of those things where, it might not have been expected at her maybe our sports, that could be a thing as well. I don't know what she does. She could have been somebody that
the angle, not to cut you off, Ed, but the angle that they're going off of, both in the media and how the young lady is taking it, is a sexist, a sexist angle. You know what I'm saying? Like he was being very sexist by the statement that he made, and again, you can see how that could be taken out of context. I believe that he felt, he meant to harm her. No, I don't believe, I don't believe that. Then again, I don't know him, so it's not really up for me to be like, yo, man, this is Cam, that's my dog, man. He ain't mean that shit. I'm unable to say that, if it's Karumbe, I mean, he came out. They made him come out today to apologize, which was a PC move, a PR move too. But yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, a PR move, and that's we get it. It's for the TV. It's to cover, it's to cover further. I would say cover further deals, but it's very interesting. A lot of folks are bringing up the fact that he was very quiet when Cap he was on the fence when Kaepernick, came out with his first stance against, the police brutality and inequality of people in America, and he was just like, I'm not ready. I'm not gonna say what as far as what I'm there for. I'm not saying I'm not against either side. He was on the fence about it, but now all of a sudden this is this is what's this is what's going on. Now he's very vocal. He's calling Kaepernick a legend, and he has said this. He said this last week, I believe, in if I recall, on when he had an interview. He's like, Kaepernick is a legend for doing what he did. Haven't been done since like Muhammad Ali and stuff like that, which is very true. But where were these guys when Kaepernick decided to be the bold one to do what he did? You know what I'm saying?
Every little thing they're gonna nitpick. They're gonna nitpick at every little thing. I hate to make it a black and white issue, but it seems like it's gonna go towards that way. They're gonna nitpick at every single little thing that they do.
They're trying to make it.
And that's what it is. And then they're doing the same thing to him. If you say something positive about Kaepernick, all of a sudden they're gonna nitpick every little thing and try to twist it and turn it into whatever they want. And, who's Darren Yoker anyway? Really?
Not Darren. Yeah, I guess it is Darren.
I like no play anyway. But still, I mean, and that's the thing that, like I said, they're trying to make an example, like you said, and they're going to start nitpicking at every single thing and put this point around every black athlete that is doing it.
So the funny thing is, like you were saying, Cam is known as like one of their good old boys, and like you said, when stuff happens, he says nothing. He's more vocal against like what people do until it happens to him. So now he is the one that's like on the other side of that fence.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole problem with it. And it's funny to me, man.
Anybody that they support Colin Kaepernick, I guarantee you they're gonna find every little thing.
I don't. Kenny Stills is one of the athletes. Is all I know in recent memory of those that were in support of Kaepernick and the thing, because he was the one that was like, where's everybody with the protest? It's dying out or whatever. Kenny Stills is one player I can vouch for that I've heard in recent sports news that has supported kneeling for the the national anthem. Yeah. But Karumbe, man, now that I'll let you, obviously your wife spoke on the issue, man. What you got? What you got on it, man?
I was just saying something a few minutes ago, man, but the funny thing is, like, they ain't gonna do no respect. Like I said, the dealer stuff ain't gonna do nothing. Like, I don't care what the country does, what they say they do. Y'all ain't gonna get no respect. Y'all begging for somebody not to kill you. That's the crazy. That y'all begging for rights, man. You been begging. You was crazy. You was begging for rights since Martin Luther King, bruh. And before then, they thought they got somewhere with it, and you right back in the same position. Now they just do it openly and get away with it, like they were doing before when they was open. That was the same thing. You just understand it. And what's funny to me is that, like, I know everybody can't leave this country. I know that for a fact. But for those who like educated, or for those who have something to contribute to society, man, y'all need to like pat your back. Cause it's the only place I know where again, well, the only place I know, but like a place that can talk about equal rights and how good we are, where you get paid for being black. When you try to go like get your house financed, you try to go get money for like loans, they give you less. They did a study when I was in one of my classes that a black couple that made like close to $1 million a year and a damn couple that only made like $20,000. This was on TV too. They were giving a couple that made $20,000, a white couple, a better chance and better like money than the people that had more finance stuff because they were black. The same thing with houses. You try to go for a house or apartment, you get the same way, and getting killed basically. It's just retarded. Anywhere else, in the world, America, we should rush to the safety where it gets shot down on it go. We'd be the first ones there, like, we need to save people. But they can't even do nothing here. People take it. People beg for, like, somebody to save them. No one's coming to save you, bro. I'll put it like that. Nobody's coming to save you. Might as well, there's the leaders that we have now are mostly corrupt and only do stuff when they feel they can make money. And that's it.
Okay.
You know, like real leaders.
That's real shit right there, man. Yeah, we live in a very corrupt society, and that kind of leads me into the next topic as far as like this situation that took place in Vegas. You know, through the night. I would say roughly Sunday in Vegas, and Monday for roughly Monday for us. You know, the shooting that took place where this terrorist. This white terrorist, I'll say it since the media don't want to call it. This white terrorist took out 50. He killed 58 people and injured as many as 400 by himself with military grade weapons. You know what I'm saying? Which is the story that they're giving. That's the story that they're giving us. But thanks to shows like Scandal and Criminal Minds, it's there can be speculation that this isn't, that I don't know if this is really what actually happened. But what we do know is that 58 people are no longer with us that were there. Some fathers, mothers, daughters, sons are gone on the strength of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it always sparks up the same debates. People want to talk about gun control and what what really can be done in regards to these mass shootings that that we're somewhat getting numb to. It's very sad. It's very sad that our society has so much hate, so much violence that these type of events occur. And if you ask me what can be done in regards to guns and gun control, honestly, I don't know. I don't know, man. I didn't really grow up. I didn't grow up around guns, so again, I would say my mindset is what I was trained to think about guns. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense to anyone, the media has its way of perpetuating how they want you to think and feel about certain things. Like as far as like the media will have us believing that marijuana is so bad for you, but promote cigarettes at the very same time. Cigarettes and alcohol, which kills people more than marijuana, statistically. And so I put this in the same token, as far as for those that do own guns. Do I feel that people, they're just normal everyday people, do they need guns, that everyday guns like that military grade shit? Yeah. Probably not. That I will speak. I don't know if they necessarily need that. I think that's made for war. That's to kill a lot of people in a short amount of time, is what those guns were made for. And a lot of people like to twist, the Second Amendment, right to bear arms, when it was, there was a different meaning for that. So, but I know you got something for that, Slick, and I'm definitely gonna let you have at that. But I just, I really wanted to just touch on how impactful these situations are, and like the people that were there to help out, man. There were people in line for like 5 hours to donate blood for these victims, man, and that is what that's what America is supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying? When shit hits the fan, ain't supposed to be no ifs, ands, or buts. We're supposed to be there to help people out. You know what I mean? We're not tossing paper towels at them like jump shots, or saying that another incident was worse than this. I don't mean to throw shots at D Too Easy, but we gotta do better, man. That's a bad example to set, for America, to our Americans, But I digress. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just a black citizen here in America that probably get told to go back to Africa by some folks here in America, and we be bold enough to even say that shit to us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got that internet courage, and some of them might be bold enough to even say it to our face. But it's wild. It's wild, you know. But I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now. You know what I'm saying? With the folk that I've met here in America, namely, my best friend, his family, my family for one. You know what I'm saying? The good times we've had here in America, and then the family I've created afterward, the Air Force family, including Karumbe and Sugar Booger. This happened here in America because we decided to fight for America. Or pay our bills, however you want to look at it. I mean, the military was you joined the military for whatever reason you wanted to join the military, but it took care of us. It gave us a way out. You know what I'm saying? It gave us opportunity in a land that pretty much that tried to say that we didn't have these things. But that's my piece on Vegas. Definitely pray. I would say prayer for humanity, wishing better for humanity versus we picking a city like pray for Vegas, pray for France. Pretty soon we're gonna be praying for every damn city, as who knows where this shit's gonna happen next. But Karumbe, man, I know you being a gun connoisseur. I really want to know how you feel about this whole the situation that took place in Vegas, and the whole in the aftermath that's going on with this with gun laws, gun control, and possible martial law, and you know how that goes. But yeah, the floor is yours, man.
Really don't want my truthful and honest opinion on it. Like, brother, the stuff. This is the shit that killed me when they show people that supposedly be involved in this stuff, and they be laughing and smiling on TV before they say something right. How in the hell did you just go through this event? And then you look up the person and they're a fucking actor. They're paid actors, bruh. Some people be like, I just don't understand it, man. It drives me crazy. And the fact that they want people to like give up their rights, but that's what all this shit is about. Like, they try to make it more difficult to get guns, but they bring guns in the public country. Like, guns just don't be manufactured. Like, they ain't none of the guns being manufactured here in America, bro. They bringing them shit in for other countries. Let's be real. They only want guns to destroy a certain population, a certain point of people, a certain group of people, and then they want guns for themselves. So they're like policemen, or whoever they say, police detectives, whoever they say. But yeah, I do not. Like, I don't get it. And then how old ass 65-year-old man, like they keep changing the floors this dude was in. There's no way he killed that many people. One dude. I'm like, man, no way. And they were trying to take bullets to shoot through people. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Somebody was helping him.
Yeah.
And he ended up being the one that they shot.
Ended up being the one that got caught. There's none of that. None of this story. If you do it, I was sitting there talking to an Army dude earlier, and he was like, there's no fucking way. Somebody that specializes in fucking sniper shit. Like, so, yeah, that's just my take on it, man. I'm not getting rid of my guns. I advise nobody else to get rid of their guns. The way things are going now, you be a fool to get rid of your guns, bro. They try to make it harder for it. Soon it's gonna be like only military people and police is gonna have guns. I guarantee that. They don't ask you to turn in your guns and all this stuff like they do. That's the same thing they did. It's like before the riot, before they like destroyed the Black Panthers and all, asking to turn in guns. And dumb ass people did it. And I'm not just saying it for black people, I'm saying it for like all people, man. They want you to doubt being able to protect yourself. Because they trust you get better. Ain't nothing get better. You look, you know, you see something get better, and I think I'm gonna get rid of myself. So kids, like kids can't go to school today without other kids trying to kill them. There's so much like going on down there in houses like to get it. They don't tell you to get rid of them. They want you to get rid of yourself. They want people to like give up right. You already lost the right online and to like look at what you want to put out there, like seeing whatever everybody looking at. You done lost that person. Gave it away, didn't know it. So yeah, I'm just on that point, man.
I feel that, man. Suge, you got anything you want to add on this subject?
I just got lost after listening to Jeff. I mean, yeah, I think there's more to the story, and you know, of course, they can't call it put out so much on the media, but I don't think it's conspiracy. I think that there was some help involved. There had been other individuals helping. This guy couldn't do it all by himself, you know, and you know, it was a terrorist act, you know, plain and simple. Yeah, you try to call that low move thing, I call bullshit, you know. But yeah, it's a terrorist act. He's killing people, and it seems like here in America, what we consider a terrorist attack is someone from another country.
No, they always got
us, but it's not. It's not. It could be. You don't have to be part of any particular group or anything. A terrorist is terrorist, and people out here saying, "Well, ISIS claim that." Of course, they gonna say they did it, but they probably did it. They just want to give some type of recognition, you know, to put fear into everybody, you know. So yeah, I think there's more to the story. You know, I think that he had some help, and you know what? They shot him and ran. They needed somebody to put the blame to. You know,
the crazy thing in me is, man, it's like I just can't believe a 60-something-year-old man, you know.
As soon as this happened, they said, well, so his daddy was in at one place for armed robbery.
They call this man a gunman. They call this a Vegas gunman had a love for country music.
And then the thing is, they said that somebody was telling them that they were going to get shot. It's not happening. Yeah. The girlfriend knew that there was something wrong with the kids. I don't know if she was in the 40s or what, but you know what? She should have alerted somebody, you know.
Well, he sent her away. They said supposedly she said that he sent her away. He wired $100,000 to her in the Philippines. That is, you know, she didn't really ask any questions, or she could be playing dumb or about shit. And eventually, we may find something later on, such as like with that Pulse shooting and his girlfriend, like knowing, you know, what was going down, and her not doing anything to prevent this type of thing from happening.
He wanted that money because the people that helped him in the Philippines right now chilling with that damn money.
Yeah.
It went his ass and killed him. Somebody had to go. They had to get him off that trail so they could let him kill himself.
I don't know. It's just. This shit is hard. This shit's heartbreaking. I'll be honest with you. And it's just like, it's heartbreaking to think that, you know, that these things happen in our society. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many mass shootings have we lived through? You know what I'm saying? Us being 30 plus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I remember being in class hearing about, you know, the Colorado shooting. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, these motherfuckers came in with a shotgun and just let them have it. You know what I mean? And then hell, I was with you guys when we heard about the Sandy Hook shit. We were in the mall in North Carolina, and you know, we had heard about them shooting off the kids. I was like, come on, man, not no kindergartners. You know, babies. You know what I mean? Babies gone.
Everything was bombing out, doing it. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, and crazy how we have to stuff on their country. And we go to these, we tell them how to run, how they should be operated, so they should be real life. You should do this, you should do that. Because we got all problems that we can't see the real about. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And we didn't look at it right now. How the hell you gonna run my damn country? So you have to run my shit. You can't even run your own.
Yeah. I don't know, Suge, but we can only hope for the best. Let's talk about D Treasy, Donnie Wise, 4'5", you know, Colt 45. Him, you know, he took a trip to Puerto Rico this past Tuesday, and you know, first off, when he gets there and he says, I mean, it was, and for everybody that's out there putting this shit on a meme, this is not me coming to his defense or any kind of way, but clearly when he was talking about the budget being out of whack in Puerto Rico, it was meant to be a joke. He's trying to make light of the situation, but who the fuck says that? You know what I mean? With this type of situation that's been going on for this island, you know what I mean? Like, these folks they have 90% are without electricity, 50% are without water, and you go there and you say that they put our budget out of whack. You criticize, you know, the mayor of Puerto Rico, you know, and then it's funny, her being a woman, no one really made that out. You know, and it's not a bigger story. Somehow Cam Newton's story is a little bit bigger than that. But I digress. You know what I mean? And then, you know, he gives out supplies, but he shoots them at he's passing out, he's tossing paper towels at these guys, like, at the folks of Puerto Rico, who are U.S. citizens, by the way, if you didn't know. He's tossing them you know, paper towels and stuff like they're dogs or something, you know. And like we're better than that as a you know, as far as what America represents and as far as what a president's supposed to do. I mean, you know, can you imagine what would have happened if Obama shot a jump shot of paper towels at folks in Puerto Rico? The amount of press and media, you know, slander he would get. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfathomable to even, you know, try to comprehend the fact that someone would even do such a thing to people, you know. But this is 45. This is the guy who's serving in office right now. I couldn't get my mouth fixed to say that this is the president, but yeah, that's what it is. You know, I will speak on behalf of Sugar Book, you know, based off of her current obligations to our beautiful United States military. But you know, I just felt like what are we doing here? You know, I mean, it's not shock. We're not shocked when we see these things done by this man. You know what I mean? But like, how much lower can you get? How many more times can we see you do shit like this? You know what I mean? It's really, you know, it's really messed up. It's a really messed up thing. You know, everything that everything that folks thought that Obama would do as being black and being a president, 45 has done. You know what I'm saying? As far as like hiring folks within hiring his family. You know what I mean? What else does he do? You know, he shows up late for press conferences. He kicked out. He decided to kick out the cameras for press conferences. I mean, it's just bogus of the stuff that's been going on since he's been in office. But you know, this is what we can expect. This is only the first. We ain't even through the first year yet. But you know, we'll see what the next few years has to offer us. But yeah. Shug, so what's your thoughts on Trump and PR?
I'm not surprised.
Right.
Well, like, ain't like I say is everybody else who's helping out, keep doing what you do. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because truly, that's what's important is that we're getting our people, the supplies and stuff that they need as they go through this hard time. Because honestly, I don't know what I would do if I was in that position. Again, coming back from the very Irma, coming back from Irma, not knowing what I was going to come back to based off of the direction of where that storm was. I couldn't imagine being without, my entire place and everything that I love inside of it. So very fortunate to be in a position that I'm in, and definitely sending thoughts and I would say prayers and all the help they can get in PR. It's just sad to see that, and to come at the mayor the way that that this man did. And when she sees them pleading for her folks, she's out there in the waters helping, her folks. She's going door to door, making sure that her folks are good, and that's what you do. That's what a person does for their, for their team. She's right there in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's. I mean, it took him what? It took damn near almost a week for him to get to Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? And the Vegas incident happened roughly Sunday, Monday morning. He was there on Wednesday. I really don't know. I don't want to play that, obviously the race bait with that, but I mean, it is kind of interesting, this the way that happens. I mean, you could speculate anything with that, really, but I digress on the topic, but yeah, Karumbe, you had anything you want to add on this or Trump being in Puerto Rico?
No, I don't even know why people like surprise and like
yeah.
The paper towel like playing ball or something. Bruh, man. This dude has no respect whatsoever.
It's flooded in Puerto Rico. What the hell is a paper towel supposed to do?
Dude was just
Really?
Like he was playing ball at work or something. Like he's like, you shoot trash. That's what it looked like if he was shooting trash. He was like, man. That's exactly what he was doing, man.
Let's do that shit right back.
I'm telling you, man. He got over. The way he compared it to Katrina, like
he said it could have been a real catastrophe like Katrina.
Like 40 something. I'm like, this motherfucker here, bro.
He gives no fucks.
His cares are zero. He gets 0 fucks.
Yeah, he gives no fucks about anyone. You know what I'm saying?
I hate to say this, man. I hate to say this. It hurts me to say it. But there's actually, like my friend was saying, there's like bougie ass Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and like he just said this my Spanish class that come here and they stay here and they look back at these people at home, like in Mexico or Puerto Rico, like they ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just like people who move into a bigger neighborhood.
Not all, but some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some there's people like that. And I guarantee he said to say they voted for Trump. I put money on it. They probably voted for Trump. And now they looking back to their families and stuff that's like going through this stuff. I wonder how they feel, man. I wonder how these people I got a feeling like black people that voted for Trump don't care when black people get killed all the time or all this stuff is going on.
Because they don't live in the time that we they're the black people that have money that's living in a nice neighborhood, and then but one day this reality is gonna bite them in the ass, and they gonna wish they weren't like
they
that.
only care if they see like some
trying to fit in with something that they don't.
Person or something talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like their favorite songwriters or something talking about let's leave for Karen. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's
you look at how much stuff he's done since he's been in. This was more damage for America being in than anything good. The bill they're trying to pass to get rid of the Obamacare, they keep turning it down because they don't know, his team don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then to add on to it, like, he has got nothing accomplished. He's worsening stuff with Russia, worsening stuff with North Korea. He's pretty much alienated America from the rest of the world where he at. Mexico fucking hates his guts because he wouldn't help them out during their earthquake and stuff they've been having. Like, he is constantly alienating America. And he's bringing up, like, that mentality that, you know, like, it's basically like an American mentality. Just come think about it, like some Americans have it. We're better than the rest of the world. And I hear a lot of people say that. He is actually saying this to the rest of the world. And the country and people that have been tired of this shit.
Yeah, well, Rome fell, the Roman Empire fell the very same way by people who thought like such. So we all know what happened to the Roman Empire. Yeah, so the powers that be are going to send us down the shitter, and it's just hopefully we'll be gone before that happens. You know, long gone from this earth or wherever you know our spirit leads us. But it's just sad to see this shit, like the shit going on with my man. What is it? Kim Jong Un or whatever his name is, man. It's just
we call him
y'all in the Twitter war, man. Y'all gotta cut that, you know, Twitter fingers, you know, yeah, whatever. This is.
I don't even know how they're, you know, I don't think Kim
This
has
is like some Drake Meek Mill shit that they're doing with this Twitter crap, man. Like that be.
Probably need to tell Kim to sit his ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
Because, you know, China got Twitter. You know, they're blocking from half the whole country.
The crazy thing, yeah, it's like he causing all these problems, and we're not the closest people that he can fuck, well, pretty much fuck with. In Japan, South Korea, and all those places that's supposed to be our allies. This jackass is causing more trouble for them. And they're not shooting missiles over us. They're shooting them over Japan and places like that. He's causing trouble for our so-called allies. He doesn't even think about that in the big picture and everything.
But he knows that we are going to save our allies, and in turn, it's going to stretch it to the north. And we're already in Afghanistan. We're already in other places. We go out there.
Shoot one of those at those bases. On Japan or something.
It don't even matter where in Japan.
Or South Korea.
Yeah.
What are you going to be affected by? Yeah, because you got military members there. But the people that's in that area are going to be destroyed. Like, he don't even, well, someone who, and this is the with messing with Korea, when it comes to that, we have to trip. Well, they have no political background, like you just said, for the longest. People go to school and they study things like this. Like, but we went and got the least person for the job, and now he's sitting in the position, which is kind of American. But
yeah.
Like they show these times where people go out and try out jobs just to see how they can do.
Yeah.
And then go back. That's exactly what America just did. We're just like, we're just going to like, you know what? You've been a businessman for years. How about you run our country and you try the job out and let us know how it is?
I don't know, man. Well, this is what we're set up for. But you know, obviously, we know before we get out of here, want to touch on another topic. I want to ask Ebony, as far as, like, you know, we started off talking about the Cam Newton issue, so I'm a bit I would say curious to know what it's like being a female in a male dominant environment, and what type of treatment have you received over the years that you could probably share with listeners, and as far as how you deal with it, or don't deal with it, or how, you know, whatever the case may be. So Suge, yeah, what's it like being in I would say like a male dominant field such as the military, and how have you you know, have adapted and adjusted to making things work for yourself?
Well, I know from experience, can't be too hard and can't be too soft. It's hard for us females. We gotta be right there in the middle. Can't be too hard and too soft. What?
It's no pause for you, but you know.
Shut the hell up. I'm talking about pause. Anyways, so I mean, yes, based on my experience, you know, me as a female, a black female, that I'm being viewed as I'm gonna be that angry black woman, which I've never really conveyed. That I never really had that type of, you know, attitude or any type of attitude where I'm an angry woman towards people. But it's like it seems like I have to tread lightly on certain things because I've always been told, hey, you let people walk all over you. This is by males. But then when it comes to females, they will say, well, hey, you know what? You're a little harsh. It's all like, what? You know, so you have to be in the middle, but it's hard. You know, sometimes you can't. You know, it does get a little stressful at times. Sometimes, you know, you have those males that, you know, even if you're a female, it doesn't matter what position you're in, they don't see you as shit, you know, and they just disrespect you and walk all over you. And then you have those that are like, okay, yeah, well, if you act too tough with them, they expect you to be soft. Like, why, you know, and they get their feelings about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's very hard. African American, yes, it is hard. Everybody looks at every little thing. Every little thing is, you know, and it feels like a nitpick because you'll see people in the same position as me, acting the same exact way as me, and yet it's okay for them because that's how that person is.
Everything that Trump does, right?
Huh?
Everything that Trump does, right?
So I mean, it's true. You know, just recently I got to talk about how I'm acting towards, you know, individuals, but yet I see these same individuals that are telling me like, hey, you can do that, you should do this. The same individuals will turn around and do the exact same thing that they told me not. And I'm looking like, okay, yeah. And I'm taking notes, you know. I'll play them. I'm like, you know, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm keeping that out, you know. But yeah, it's hard. A female and a black female, it really is hard. You know, male dominated or not, but it's more of us females that are actually getting out there, putting ourselves into, you know, certain positions. Male dominated or not, we don't care. We're gonna do it, you know. And whether or not we care, I say, you know, keep doing it. You know, for other females out there, just keep going with it. You know, it's hard. Like don't let it get to you. And yeah, keep it moving.
All right. Cool. For me, have I witnessed stuff in my lifetime where I've seen, well, especially military, I've seen guys who are higher in rank, the way they would, you know, discuss things about, you know, about women in general. It did come off as very sexist, and look at them as, you know, they're very objectified. You know, even for you being in such a high ranking and looking down at, you know, a lower airman, which is, you know, in the Air Force, you know, airman, that's what we're called airmen, and like those lower as airmen are, you know, it's like a lion in his pride, just looking at his prey. You know what I mean? He's like preying on, you know, what considers an innocent lioness, and a lot of times you find yourself getting in certain situations where you can get in trouble for that very same mindset. You know what I mean? And there's been cases in the military many times where a woman has came forth and said, you know, spoke forth about rape or sexual assault, and because of, depending on the superior who they go to, you know, very well may have that very same mindset, like, oh, you know, Sergeant so and so, he was just joking, you know, he wasn't serious about that type of shit, so they don't take it, you know, they don't take it to heart enough to even try to rectify the situation to where it doesn't happen again. It almost like encourages that type of behavior based off the fact that she's a woman, she should know her place, and that's definitely, you know, that's definitely not the thing that we want to push off to our fellow, you know, women that do serve in our military or anywhere in business. You know what I'm saying? To even feel and to feel such a way. You know what I mean? I have a little girl, so, you know, and who was very bright individual, and you know, and I hope that I know for sure that when she gets older, she's going to be faced with these very same challenges that most women have to go through in the business world, based off of, you know, the way things have been in a male dominant you know, career field. So and she will be strong enough, you know, to carry on as such, and not to allow folks to, you know, to try to step over her for the simple fact that she's a woman, because she can do great things because she is woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things that we have to you know, just have to keep in mind, and, you know, continue to be encouraging, and, you know, and have the mindset that, you know, that women are very capable of doing you know, their own thing. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty much my stance on that. Karumbe, you got anything you want to throw in there, or are you good on that?
I'm good on that, man.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you know, obviously, before we get out of here, and before I get to Ebony's rant, and of course the information that Karumbe's been kicking lately, I just wanted to say that, you know, for those watching through like Facebook Live is what we know what we're running off of. At least for this, I'm still working to get the Skype thing running so you can see the rest of the cast on the show. But those can see through like Facebook Live that, yeah, I am wearing, you know, it's October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So in support of that, you know what I mean, obviously I have on, you know, the breast cancer awareness shirt, man. So, you know, to definitely shout out to all the survivors that, you know, that are currently battling with this, have battled you know, this this unfortunate situation that comes upon your life. But, you know, obviously we encourage you to, you know, stay in the fight. Let you know we love you. For your family members that are, you know, that are around you, your friends and all that, you know, as you go through this thing, you know, it doesn't affect us the way that it affects you, but we just want you to know that you're not alone roughly going through this, and that, you know, that we love you, you know. So Ebony, floor is yours, you know, as far as like the rant that you have. So do what you do, babe.
Alright, I got my holiday events. I'm gonna be doing holiday events here.
Yeah.
Next couple. So the first one, yeah, I know it's October. My birthday is actually the 14th, skeleton king. But so my rant, Halloween. Y'all know it's like a lot of people's favorite time of the year. The haunted houses, hate rides, and pumpkins and all that good shit. So stop complaining about these days. High school teenagers going around getting candy. Leave them alone. I mean, remember back in the days we used to like TP houses and stuff, and, you know, do all kinds of pranks. Leave them alone. They could be doing worse things than that.
We didn't do that. We just robbed them.
They could be if the kid comes with a football jersey to your front door, give that damn kid just give him a piece. Even if it's just one piece of food, just give him a damn candy. Give him a big ass piece of Snickers. Something. You know?
No.
Leave them alone. They kids.
I won't agree with her.
They're not kids. Yes, you know, they come to the store with give them some damn candy. They see CDR. Eggs. As long as the eggs in this parlor, those eggs at the house. I mean, we you know, we all, well, I didn't, I was scared to get caught, but, you know, most of us did when we was, you know, growing up, and it was fun. That's being a kid.
You bring your big ass to my house.
You know.
This nigga stupid, man.
House, do up with that. They could be selling drugs from the grocery store. I'd rather catch some kids stealing candy from another little kid and steal it at the grocery store and get shot by the police or something, you know?
Bring
Leave them alone. Let those big ass kids get some damn candy.
Bring your big ass to my house. I'm glad I gotta work on Halloween, so I ain't gotta deal with that shit.
Yeah. And in high school, dress up, wear a damn costume, so they would give you some damn candy. You want to go get some.
If a big ass kid show up at my house dressed like it or a killer clown, you liable to get hurt. I'm gonna tell you that shit right damn now.
Myself go on.
Give them an apple, something, get a something, hell.
No, man, don't give them one because they need to go get a
Give them a job application. I don't know. Give them something
Yo, I'm asking everybody out there right now, go to one of your favorite restaurants, get a bunch of job applications and hand those out. If the kid's big as hell, I don't care if he is middle.
My daughter's already 3 feet. 5 years old. So just imagine she's like
Get a job
10 years old, or she like 4 feet something. You know, they don't think she's a grown ass kid, or she's a candy.
Yeah.
It's free candy. I like taking my kid trick or treating. It's free candy that I don't have to go to the store and buy. I get it for free. I get a bag full from other people.
That's because you eat it all anyway, bro.
All right, Jeffrey, man. What you got for the folks, man? Before we call it a day.
Well, right. The games is coming out soon. One of them is South Park. It's RPG style. You might want to get on that. That's good. If you haven't watched Gotham, you might want to watch all that Gotham right now. Catch up because I just caught up.
Cause I look at the show too.
Well, nobody finished it. But watch Gotham because they on their way to turn it out. He's fighting the Batman on his show, and the fighting on it is pretty decent. So you might want to catch up. It might be worth the catch up now before the next season drops.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, and Jada Pinkett, yeah, it was good. Man, I love her in that show. Damn.
Ridiculous.
Oh, damn, I said that.
They didn't kill her.
Yo, Jada Pinkett, she good as hell.
She fine.
You don't watch the show.
I do her if I was in that show.
No, you don't watch it.
Just about
I want Jada Pinkett in Low Down Dirty Shame in a Different World. End of story. That's where it stops. When she was Lena, listen, Jada as Lena couldn't get that Lena. That's what I'm saying. When Jada was Lena, Karumbe and Suge, when Jada was Lena, she can get that Lena for real. That is for sure. I promise you, I will follow her to every class. I will make sure I'm there for her, Mr. Gaines, everybody on that damn show. Let me get to Lena and Freddie. Freddie too. Freddie was bad.
Freddie was bad.
Yeah. I don't know why the homie was crazy over why the character had to be crazy over Whitley. I didn't care too much for Whitley. But that I digress.
Don't make me get into why they got to be crazy over Whitley now.
Alright, we'll get into we'll save that for next week. We'll start that off that very same way. But yeah, y'all got anything else y'all want to add before we close out? Y'all got anything y'all want to add before we close out?
I don't got nothing else, man.
Alright.
One more thing. Quit giving your kids trash bags for the Halloween candy. Put it in people's heads. You won't lose your shit.
Yeah, okay. No damn trash bags for Halloween. We're gonna have a Halloween episode and we're gonna talk about Halloween costumes, the best, some of the best Halloween, or I would say scary related movies, and all that. But from Romy Mac, Sugar Booger, and Karumbe, and of course the Fifi. We out. Peace.